Hello guys, welcome to my channel How to Learn. In this video, I want to explain about method references in Java. First of all, I hope you guys have idea on lambda expressions and function interfaces. If not, please watch my previous tutorials which I made it on Java playlist. Okay, now let's start with this method references. Method references is nothing but it's a shorthand notation of lambda expression, right? And here we have three types of method references: referring to the static method, referring to a instance method, and referring to a constructor. And every kind of thing have a different kind of syntax. Now let's start with the referring to static method and continue with the instance and the constructor. Now first of all, I will create a functional interface. What is a functional interface? A functional interface is nothing but an interface which have one abstract method and any number of default and static method. Okay, now I have created an abstract method, so it's just a functional interface. Now what I'll do means I'll just try to implement it using lambda expression, and then I'll show you how our code will be reduced a bit with this method references. Now we have this calculate interface, right? And let me say calculate cal equal to, here what I want to do means I want to refer the static method to our abstract method. Okay, let me say static method reference dot addition. So whenever I call this add method, I'll get a message this method is for addition, right? Now we have implemented it using lambda expressions. Now how we can do it using method references means, first of all we need to remove this braces and arrow mark. And now I will explain you what is the syntax for static method reference. Class name and method name is the syntax. Okay, this is how it looks like: class name, colon, colon, and method name. Okay, now let me say double colon here, and we need to remove these braces. Now let me try to restart the application. We'll get the same result. This method is for addition. Now let me try to show you another example so you can easily understand it. Meanwhile, let me try to comment these two things. Okay, let me remove itself. Now let me try to create a list of integer. Let me say list equal to arrays dot hash list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'll do means I'll just try to print these integers using a static method. Okay, first of all let me try to create a static method here: public static void print numbers, and let me say integer I, and let me try to print the variable here. So I'll just try to iterate this for each, this list using for each. So what I can do, I can simply refer this static method using the method reference. I hope you guys remember what is the static method reference syntax: class name, colon, colon, and method name. Okay, now let me try to do the same here. Let me try to follow the syntax: class name, colon, colon, and print numbers, which is nothing but the method name. Now let me restart the application. Now I'll get all the numbers printed here, right? Now let's start with the referring to the instance method, guys. Okay, first of all, what is the syntax for referring to the instance method? The syntax is object, colon, colon, and method name. This is the syntax for referring to an instance method. Okay, now we have a function interface calculate. Let's try to implement it with a lambda expression initially, then we can go for implementing it with method reference. So you can clearly understand what is the difference when we implement with the method reference and the lambda expression. Now we need to refer this addition method to this cal. I can say like this add method, which is in this function interface. Let me say test method reference test equal to new test method reference. The reason I created the object is we need to refer to a instance method from a static context, right? So we need this test dot addition. Let me say cal dot add. I'll get the message printed test. This method is for addition. You got this data printed, right? Now let me try to replace this with method reference. Okay, what is the syntax? Object, colon, colon, and the method name. What is the method name? Addition. But now let me try to rerun the application. Now we'll get the same result. Okay, Now I hope you guys got some clear idea how it works. Now let me try to print a list of strings using this method reference. Let me try to create a list here. Say list string list equal to arrays dot as list apple, orange and jackfruit. Now let me try to print this data. Public void, let me say print, and here I need to pass a variable s for printing string s. Now let's try to iterate it. It's dot for each, and what is the syntax for it? Object colon method name, right? Colon method name. Let's say test colon addition, sorry, print. Now we'll get the same result here, like we'll get the data printed here. Now I hope you guys got some idea what is a how to refer static method using method reference and how to refer instance method using this method. Now let's try to understand what is method references with constructor. If you observe it here, what I'm doing, I have a list of integers and I'm converting it to list of employees. Here I have only one field ID, and here I'm using the lambda expression for creating a new object. But how I can do it with a method reference? First of all, I'll explain what is the syntax for method reference using constructor. The syntax is class name colon new. Okay, here let me say employee new. Right, now let me try to rerun the application. Now also we are able to create employee objects, right? It's a bit easier compared to earlier, right? Now I hope you guys got some clear idea about how to use static method reference, instance method reference and method reference with the constructor. If you guys still have any queries, please comment it in comment section. Thank you for watching my video.